wow. People wey suppose talk truth to power don off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go sama us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Mayegun don't come. He go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun diary politico, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Can in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Mayegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun diary politico, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not they off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Mayegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Mayegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Mayegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun diary politico, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This man not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Aha. Now you not done here, all these bad politicians, then we call themselves politicians. Where they thief our money, we no want make the common man get waiting supposed get for this country. Una never hear something. Now go hear one, Mayegun, you go show na paper. Mayegun diary political. So my people make you shout, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we laugh, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun diary politico, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Ha, this one not they off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo.
Hello there.
Mayegun la wa mo do do do. Mayegun diary, number one. Mayegun la wa mo do do do. Mayegun diary, number one. Mayegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí. Mayegun diary, number one. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun diary.
So good morning to you. Good afternoon to you. And a good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. It is brunch time with Mayegun live. Welcome to the brunch time once again. After reading the caption of the broadcast, read the description of the broadcast as well. Like it, share it, invite your friends and your not so friendly friends, your frenemies. Tell them all that Mayegun today, and it is brunch time, which you can be part of after sharing and all of that. You too can phone in anytime, any minute. Just tell everybody that Mayegun today. Yesterday. Omoyele Sowore, the leader of the AAC, was invited by the Nigerian police, and it was because of a petition written by the police IG and his own paramour, side chick. An expose that Omoyele Sowore shared and has caused a lot of internal ruckus in the Nigerian police force. So Omoyele Sowore exposed the corruption, then amplified it by bringing the attention of everyone to it, which led to the protest, which happened, I think it was like a week ago, for the Nigerian police pensioners. Now, it seems, as some of you have noticed, right, Sowore, who has now become more or less like a bone, a tiny fish bone, stuck in the throats of those who have all the powers, but somehow still intimidated. So share this, okay? So they said that the police IG and his alleged girlfriend, who was corruptly promoted within 10 years in the police to the position of ACP, Assistant Commissioner of Police, while those who have been in the police force for the past 20 years are still waiting to be promoted to maybe ASP. Now, tell everyone that Mayegun today, and also a drama that happened in at Abuja Airport yesterday, where Kwamwan somehow drunk or suicidal. Now, tell everybody. So thank you, Mutide. So good morning to you once again. Good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. It is Mayegun live. And thank you so much to those of you who have actually shared the broadcast, by the way. So yesterday, just in case if you are just hearing this, yesterday, Omoyele Sowore honored the police invitation, in which they said it is the police IG, Inspector General of Police, right, wrote a petition against a citizen and then used the police to invite him and decided to arrest him. So while Sowore, when Sowore got there, because he didn't go alone, of course, they take it back, members, AAC members, and others who follow, including his lawyers. So they followed him to the police headquarters to honor the police invitation. And while they got there, the story changed straight up. The police now said that they have not just a petition, they also have a court order. And that court order is to detain Omoyele Sowore. How do you go and procure court order to detain someone that is never actually really charged for anything, right? So the drama started yesterday noon, and we're going to start from that this afternoon, getting into other part of the conversation this hour. So let's first, his lawyer, who was also there, when Sowore honored their invitation, had this to say.
3, 2, 1. Construction.
Well, unfortunately, it's still the same as it was yesterday. So it is today and today and forevermore. The road ahead is still very rough and tough. Mr. Sowore was invited as a law-abiding citizen of this country, who is very sure of his innocence. He obliged them the visits, and he was here this morning. He came alongside his lawyers, and the DCP Akin Fakorede showed 2 petitions. Unfortunately, the petitions were authored by the same police force that is accusing him of what they accuse him of. In the first petition, the police IG admin, using the police letterhead of the IG's office, petitioned Sowore for insulting the same IG and asking the same IG to use the same office to investigate him. Another petition emanated from the IG's mistress, Yemisi Kuti. She alleged that Omoyele Sowore has defamed him and accused her of being a mistress of the IG. Unfortunately, that allegation was also not made against Sowore but against Sarah reporters. Sowore informed them that Sarah reporters and Sowore are 2 different people.
Absolutely.
Yes. Firstly. Secondly, you cannot be
a judge,
the accuser, the judge, all in your own case. And he advised them that procedurally and otherwise, the petition itself is faulty. And as far as we're concerned, there is no forgery committed against any person anywhere. And whatever he has said or was said by SR is the truth. But if you doubt and otherwise, please, can I see the accuser so we can confront each other on the allegations she alleged I made against her? None of this was shown. Very fundamentally, the powers of the police to investigate crimes and criminal allegations does not inure or does not give the police the powers to settle personal vendetta and personal scores against Nigerians.
I love that.
The regulations and the police acts, regulations 367 and the police act of 2020, forbids a police officer from using his or her office to subjugate, to oppress, or to settle personal scores with or against Nigerians. Unfortunately, the police IG, illegal in court, has decided to use the same police force and to use the same powers vested in his office by the Constitution to oppress Nigerians for simply exercising their rights under Chapter 4, Section 39 of the Constitution, which is the right to freedom of expression and of the press. We have informed them that the invitation of Mr. Sowore on account of those allegations, his detention for every hour and every minute is unlawful.
Yes.
It's unjustifiable. It's illegal. It contravenes the Constitution and the Police Acts. And we are mandating them as a matter of law and urgency to release Mr. Sowore between now and the next 24 hours.
I love that.
If they fail to release Mr. Sowore on account of these spurious, unfounded, and illegal allegations against him, then they will have Nigerians to contend with.
I love that.
The right to the press, the right to speak, the right to demand for accountability and justice in the public space, the right to demand for due process of law, including in the police, is sacred and sacrosanct. There is no basis for promoting a girl that joined the police for barely 10 years.
10 years.
To the post of an SCP.
SCP. 10 years old.
Very fundamentally,
yes,
the same Akin Fakorede, who is an SCP, that was invited to investigate this particular case, who now has the IG monitoring unit, is 33 years in the police, and he has been given a duty to investigate a girl that is barely 10 years in the police. Were it to be in a sane society, what man will accept such an
Assignment.
offer to carry out an assignment for a girl that is just barely 10
10
years.
years.
old.
10
I'm
years.
telling you.
It is what they have reduced policing to.
You're a bad guy.
Police has lost focus. The
10
police
seconds
is
everywhere,
now-
boss.
A police officer informed me today that the police is now has been reduced to, he said, cow dung. If a policeman can so describe the police, then how much more the common man on the streets? The court judgments are replete with condemnations for the police force. The police has been regarded as an institution that is now in arms against the citizenry. This police force has lost focus and has lost track. It has become worse under this current IGP Egbetokun.
Man, I feel like I'm going to ruin it if I have to add my own lines. Because he said it all. And at least I am 100% sure that more than 80% of you that watched that video just now probably sat there and just like in your mind, you are just agreeing with every word. You couldn't dispute anything. That is the state of Nigeria. That is what the lawyer just lay so bare for all of us. That if you don't understand, this is not even just about what they are putting out there. Okay? It is about what they are doing. Contrary to what the law says they can do. The mockery, the impunity, right? Which has now become law in that contraption. So we break your hearts as much as it will kind of tell you more. Like the real picture of the contraption. It is not democracy. That's not democracy, number one. That's not. And see, the freedom of expression that they have now turned to, yes, there is a freedom of expression, but freedom after expression is not guaranteed. It's not written in. No, it is there. You have the freedom of expression, freedom after expression. Anyone who feels slighted, libeled, they can then sue you for defamation. Now, do you see that mockery? Nigeria Police IG has about 4 girlfriends. Egbetokun, RCCG pastor. He has 4 different women, police officers in Nigerian police edit house in Abuja. That it is actually not what they call, it's not a secret, it's an open secret. Mistresses were fighting themselves over IG, police IG. These are like open secrets among the officers there. So Sahara reporters picked it up because one of those stories finally made sense. When one of the mistresses who joined police force 10 years ago she's promoted to the position of ACP, not because of anything she did, not because she captured Shekau. Oh, she did something that they had to double, triple, quadruple promoter. No. Now just because of her pussy, that's what she used. Those who have been in the same police force for 33 years, men, one of them, Fakorede, was appointed to now go and investigate. Okay, we'll get to that one first. Police IG. That is an illegal police IG that illegally extended his own stay in office. Currently, she don't even be the police IG, but he is your IG. So the evidence that he committed fraud, he committed constitutional infraction has been proven. It's out there, but it is Nigeria. So everybody just felt like Sowore's wala is too much. His own wala is too much. Then they discovered that not only that they have been looting the money meant for the welfare of the police officers in Nigeria, this RCCG pastor, they have also looted the pensions, the gratuities of the retired police officers. This was also exposed and it came out to be true. But nobody is punished. Nobody is held for that. Right? Now, as a police IG, Your law says, because you are a police officer, because this is why law is important too. This is why law is very important. Law is that it says, as a police officer, I can use my position and just get my neighbor locked up to show my power. But I'm not allowed to. You can't use your power as a police officer to pursue personal issues or personal vendetta. You get what I mean? So police IG, they write petition. They ask police that he is leading to investigate if he is corrupt as alleged, or if he has a girlfriend as alleged. The girlfriends also wrote a petition to say, oh, that publication by Sahara reporters has tarnished my image. Like if a newspaper, online or offline, publishes story that is not true, you will sue the paper, but it is only in Nigeria. They will be looking for the publisher. And majority of you are guilty of that. Every time you see something published on Sahara reporters, Sowore is grabbed. Sowore again. People actually don't even see like Sahara reporters as a publishing medium that's got its own staff operating now. Do you think Sowore will sit down and be the one typing all those stuff? Anyway, some of you are guilty of that because you have the same mindset like the rogues in government. But the only thing I don't understand is that when Punch publishes a story that somebody finds libelous, do they go and start looking for the chairman of a Punch, or be the publisher? No, they won't. So this is the contraption that you do have and call democracy. So police IG is using his power as policeman to investigate somebody that published a story against him. So to arrest the publisher of a publishing platform in Nigeria. So the impunity is that well that even people, there are those who are their victims too, right? They will justify it. Sowore won too much. And I'll keep telling all of you, it is so okay to disagree with people. In fact, it is fine not to like someone. I have people I don't like. But do you know something? When an injustice happens to them that is so obvious, right? The right thing is to speak up, because an injustice to someone anywhere is a threat to justice to some other people everywhere. But you may not understand that concept so much that the same criminals that want those who speak up against them locked up and jailed, they also want you jailed and locked up, because you're going to complain too. Everyone is going to come out and say something that they have done wrong to them. And in that process, the same treatment will be met at everyone. That's the threat to justice anywhere. That's what I mean by that. Just like some of you who are like, Nnamdi Kanu should be killed. You hated him so much that you are not disappointed that your criminal government are unable to actually really prove something in their own courts of everything they've told you that he did. Oh, I don't like him. Oh, I don't like him. They should jail him. He should rot in jail. Rot in jail for doing what? Nothing? Other than just what they said he did. And there they are in their own court. They couldn't prove any of that. And they won't let him go. That is injustice, whether you like him or not. Because that same thing will happen to you. Maybe in a different context, in a different way. You will feel it and you'll be like, this is wrong. Why do we? You will weep enough to understand what injustice actually means. It is, it is one kind of like karma, as they put it, right? It's one terrible karma that always dishes everybody's plates equally, but in a different context. That is why you hold the criminals in government so much, to a standard. Because once the standard that they want to put you on is approved, it is a standard of a slavery that whether you are rich or poor, right? Whether you are, exposed or not, it doesn't matter. The system will give you your own dose of shege. And then you look around and be like, what kind of a country is this when it happens to you? So Omoyele Sowore, that is now being, locked up by the illegal police IG, is a testament again to what the contraption has become, right? And the impunity is so brazen that these guys fears no consequences. Why should they fear any consequences? They have all the power. Immoral people that are preaching morality, they are asking you to do what they say, not do what they do. And they always, they always believes that, like, what do you call it? Like a lamp, this lamp, right? That could only possibly just see his own, what do you call it? Just see his own, give brightness to every darkness. But at the end of the day, right at the bottom of it, there is a shadow of a darkness there. They are Christians, they are pastors, they are allergies, they are this, they are that, but so immoral, so evil in their doing, so criminally minded in their doing, so contrast to whatever they want the world to see them as. And to them, that's life. It's not, So yeah, the take it backers in Abuja, of course, it has started until it's released this morning. They were in Abuja this morning demanding for Omoyele Sowore's unconditional release and possible sanctioning of those who are responsible for all this abuse of power, which may never happen.
Who asked for people like this? Now you have arrested him. You have detained him. You have broken his hand. You can't be comfortable. Then we have to arrest. You can't be comfortable. How many people police go catch you? How many people police go catch? How many people IG go catch you? How many people IG go catch? Hey, you go arrest us, hey, you go arrest us, hey, you go arrest us, how many people IG go catch? 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 How many people IG go catch?
So that is going to be the everyday mental sound going forward. But here is something I want to point out as well. Every day, these corrupt, selfish, self-centered criminals radicalizes at least 10 citizens every day. A country that was supposed to actually be so busy, productive, right? Using or utilizing the energy of this young, massive population for the betterment of the country. So they have wrecked the whole place so much that every citizen is becoming more radicalized, that what they are thinking of these guys is so worse enough that when you listen to some of us who expresses our, our disappointment, our angst and what have you, against them, right? You can tell that every day, every now and then, every citizen that every Nigerian that they radicalize wishes the worst for the country. I don't think they have seen that their actions have eroded anything called patriotism from anybody. I don't know if there were patriotism that much back then, but their actions have further eroded anything patriotism that it is the worst people are thinking for them. You know? And I don't think they know that. I don't think so. So you're keeping somebody who was supposedly as an issue of exposing the corruption that the illegal IG is sitting on. And there you are. So they will do it. They will brutalize other people. They will still brutalize the protesters. They are going to do more. And eventually they will drop the whole thing. And then they repeat it again and again. So every now and then when you look at the country, just be like, man, this place is effed up, man. Damn. Now with these guys, with these characters, man, Nigeria is done for. It's because of them. You can't force people to, to pretend to love what kills them. And I think they don't care. The impunity is so much, it's so brazen, it's so much that I don't think anybody remembers what it feels like to be normal again. Like what do you think was normal? When you talk to people who lived in the 60s, they will tell you that, oh, things were normal. Things were normal. When you talk to people who lived in the 70s, they too will tell you that, oh, things were normal. Things were normal. We used to, oh, everything was normal and all that. But today, when you ask people what is normal, who understand what it feels like to be normal in Nigeria anymore? What do you think it feels? What do you think normal feels like anymore? Rather, what you have is a jungle led by hyenas, jackals. Sometimes they call them the vampires, the buccaneers, heartless kind of rogues who are nurturing, sustaining a system that is so wrong, so bad, that the country remains so stagnant enough that it became the poverty capital of the world. And yet, nothing inside them kind of kicks in and say, oh, we are doing it wrongly. Impunity. You can do whatever you like. I told you that before, right? Nigeria is a place where you can do whatever you like. Just make sure that you belong to the right camp. The rest of us are just going to scream, complain. Can you imagine? What is this? And it's almost just for 24 hours. Or maybe 48. Worst case scenario, maybe 72 hours. Because there will always be something else to take us away again. I mean, when was the last time we were also raging, angry? When they killed over 200 people in Yawata. Remember? We're so angry. But a lot of things have happened after that. That sometimes you are just so confused if you have any anger left in you. Have you ever felt like that? Like you just look at the whole thing and you just shake your head and be like, you can't even be angry anymore. Just shake your head and be like, okay. So yesterday, the story of Kwamwan that wanted to kill himself in Abuja, we have received more information on that. See, I said 2 scenarios. Remember when I painted 2 scenarios yesterday? Well, one of the scenarios was right. How many of you remember that? Don't worry, I'll remind you. My hypothesis were, what could have caused that? Who was that guy in brown that almost got crushed by an aircraft. And why did that happen? Like, what could have led to that? So picking up pieces of information provided. They said Guam 1 was drunk. He arrived at the airport. He was supposed to board valujet, flight from Abuja to Lagos that time. But while they were kind of like clearing him through the custom, I don't know, not custom, right? So clearing him, for everybody to go and fly. That space where you have to drop everything on you, every liquid. So Guam 1 dropped his bag, so he's checked in. But he held onto a flask. And they told him to put the flask there. And there's an amount of a liquid or liquor that you can take on a flight. So somebody like a Guam 1 should understand that anyway. But it is Nigeria. Impunity. Remember, impunity. Like, this is Nigeria, Joe. My friend. This one is... Baba, we are not saying you shouldn't take your flask. But you need to put it through the scan so that we can... So he refused. So while they were at it, I think valujet concluded boarding, okay? And they shut their door. So it wasn't cleared. So eventually he went straight and he managed to walk straight to the tarmac. In Abuja, how did he get to the tarmac? That is where people were now asking the airport authority that, what were you guys actually doing? Like, could I just walk straight through the security and just, wose my way through all of that, and nobody will I could walk straight to the tarmac in Nigeria. Really? I never thought that was possible though, but yeah. So he found himself on the tarmac. So I think when he now got there, he saw that, the airport staff, probably those who are clearing the tarmac and all of that, maybe those who loaded the aircraft and all that. So they started having a chat with him. He was still holding that flask. So you get. So at that point, I think, no. At that point, I think while they're having that fisticuff, he's already flung the flask on one of them. That was when they discovered that it was alcohol that he had in the flask. Alaji. Abba, Alaji. You can get onto the flight and ask for alcohol. Like, what kind of alcohol are you drinking that you have to empty the bottle inside a flask, make it look like a tea, Abba? So I think that was when he flung it, and they said he flung that on one of the staff, right? And that one was drenched in, God knows, maybe NSC or what have you. So, and it kept going, kept going. So while he was approaching the aircraft, I think other staffs and the tarmac, everybody just rushed to him to say, no, don't come closer. So he started he was making frantic calls, like trying to make calls or pretending to be making calls, while the pilot, who was already, they haven't cleared him to go and fly. In that process, I don't know what got into him too. He just taxied. And that was when today we could have been singing Inon the Laiwa, Inon the Layin Rajiuno for Guam 1. His music probably would have taken over all the social media right now. And they go say, waiting, kill Guam 1. He said, now playing Kilamu. So we have an extended video of that incident. You take a look. Impunity.
You don't like though. Boss. You don't like Hold on, Saka never remove this, Saka! Wait now, say you strong. Why you not wait?
Nigeria. Chaise. Baba, kwa wan dúró síwájú plane. The plane ni ò ní move. Ha! Ọmọ. Nǹkan ti ṣe Nigeria o. And please don't tell me that don't say that one is not about Nigeria or Denier if you don't get it. They are the one in power. Anyone who knows how they actually operate in Lagos. Those of you who have never been to Lagos, or those of you who have been like to Lagos as a visitor and then you left and all of that stuff. Those of you who they could easily deceived about Tifnumbu's Lagos. If you understand how they actually live in Lagos, how they operate in Lagos, the impunity that they control, the tout that can tell you that, hey, no road, because the road none here. So if you know them and everything that will be going on in Abuja, or everything that has been going on in Abuja since Tifnumbu and his Agberos entered town, you will understand that that one is like a high level of shit where we say or more, the next level of total touting you. Somebody who is a Canadian, somebody who has been all over the world, who has been through so many airports and the rest of that. Somebody who you can't say, oh, is an illiterate or something anymore, Baba. Impunity, yeah. That one has nothing to do with Kilotimpe. Impunity, yes. Now stop playing here. Let me call. Stop this plane. You are not going anywhere. Remember, that's not a private jet, too. It's a commercial flight, too. They had other passengers who have boarded or sat and they are waiting to leave. He held them there for more than 15 minutes. 15 minutes. It's called show of power. I can shut this airport down. That is the mentality of a Lagos Agberu. Anybody who has been through Tifnumbu's political academy, that is how they reason, that's how they talk. So don't pretend that, Baba, Kwamwan, that's another level of fuckery. Plane, aircraft. Where we say, you see that thing on the side, that wing, and the the question say propeller length blade on that side here. That can suck you in to power fully blaze. It can suck a whole human being inside, shred the person, vomit him like that. And somebody stood next to a plane and said, any law, you're not living. You are not living. Somebody will tell us, say, they won't make him the next Awujale of Ijebu land. Abi, you never heard that one? No, that's Yeah, they said that they want to make him turbine. God bless you. It's a very powerful thing. Clement pé, you know, she aeronomic àbí kí ló ń pè kíní yẹn? Aeronomic àbí aerodynamic, all those fancy words. Pardon me, oh. I know some of you are so smart enough that you can get what I'm trying to do. Yeah? Do you understand that? Like, you don't stand next to a plane, an aircraft. Don't stand next to it. Don't. Stay away. Now, you must shred the body, but to blend the bone and everything. Go spit her out. Go see the work. Come on, take it easy, oh. Power. I have that power. We are the one in power. That mentality. And then put us, the Yorubas, in a very wrong spotlight. I mean, I don't think there's any Yoruba that is not so irritated and disgusted by that attitude, that display. And it shouldn't be coming from somebody like that. But again, you should understand why it happened. You know, the other day it was Oshiomole that decided to stop the passengers from boarding their flights simply because he missed his own flight. And he said nobody was leaving. Go send to Makodam, nobody is going again. Nigeria, where your criminal leader says, do as we say, not as we do. You know? Here is a soldier telling Tifnumbu, Tifnumbu, you get mind though. Call you get mind though. You go give over $5 million to people where win cup. Us soldiers, do you see where we are living? And I understand the message. It's like saying, yo boy, you get mind though. Call you. You actually got mind.
Allah, Tinubu, you get mind though. You get mind. See where men they face. See where men they face. You get mind, they pay footballer almost 100 and something million. See where man they sleep. See where person they sleep. Tinubu, why they do like this? See now person room be this. See. This one alive be this. I mean, how you want me to just stay to survive with 100K, 103? You don't even get mind to even to say you will increase for army salary. We maybe say private so you made even collect like 200K. Last couple in the job, you know if you collect like 250, 300, except you thought say then get one of areas where person go judge in. See. Come on, do Warika. See, yes, we are this thing. Which can live with it? It's in my bag. Which can live? This one alive. See, a soldier house with you. So how many I want you to show? Say how many I want you to show now? I be when they pay money. When they when they pay money now, officers they chop on me. I don't believe this thing. I believe so when I don't pay. Because anytime we wanna approve, everything they for all those senators, presidents, it they wanna hand. If no one help, when I go help us, I swear. See where person they stay. See bush with the face. You see where soldiers they stay. This can't life be this one. But when I consider human being, a person will be, I swear. A person picking will be. If I talk now, they will say, who send me? Say, I go join soldiers. See, if they pay the salary, and me and you go help. And me and you go chop the money. No be so. How much in the pay us where you go think say yes, most they come on inside. If I tell you, now we they sacrifice ourselves for Nigeria, now we no still know this stinging. Cause as for me I the zero mind they come on money they give person. Upon see, no be seen as stinginess based on how they pay us, and so we with the remit outside do. No be so. Oh boy, Tinubu, you know try, Allah, you know try.
Hi, right, bruv. thanks for your service. Because I think that's what they say to them all the time. Say, thank for your service. Because I know that's if you come from my mouth, it's no good. And it's coming from the place of disappointment too. So it's better not just live on like that. Thank you for your service. And we hope that Kalu gets your message. On that of Kwam1, it has now been announced that he has been blacklisted for the next 6 months. He can't fly any plane in Nigeria, not private, no nothing, except maybe if Kalu puts him in his presidential jets. Well, that's what it means. When you are blacklisted, nobody can take you. No airline, no aircraft, no one can. Because the moment your name pops up, that flight will be flagged. So you'll be exempted from it, removed from it. So meaning Kwam1 cannot fly in Nigeria for the next 6 months. That is where the impunity comes in. Because you know what? I think he still flew out of Abuja yesterday to Lagos. Yeah, that's the part of the story they didn't tell us. And as long as Setif Numbu is in Abuja, Bajabia Omole is the chief of staff. He will keep flying to Abuja. Do you understand? And to let you understand the psychological, sadness it will be for those staff, including the staff that he poured his alcohol on. They will still see them. They will still see him pass through their clearance security, and they will just be there like, man, God damn it. Somebody said that, Bayeguna lie. Ma, read your message. Hang on. Which one is Bayeguna lie? Let's get that. And I'm just saying now, like, it's like we're agreeing on the same, Abi. They've announced that he's been banned for 6 months. This man on your screen cannot be sold airline tickets. Airlines in Nigeria, another year, this man on your screen has been blacklisted in the Nigerian airspace. So meaning he cannot be sold any ticket, whether private or commercial. He can't fly for the next 6 months. So if you see him at the airport, just turn him back and say, Alaye, go and enter Kennedy Shuku, Abife Sinashi Transport to Abuja night bus. You go reach there by 8 a.m. tomorrow. I'm just saying, but we all know that that's not going to happen. So Alaji, it might take it easy, your own good, you know. And I would have said that, okay, if he can't fly, he should use the train. I don't think that one is going to be a good idea. Not after saying this. Like, okay, if you can't fly, you can just use a train. Which train? This train.
This is Omoyele Sowore reporting for NBA News. This is a live event, the head of a train. So they are moving the train to go and join them on the other hand. What do you have to feel about the train head? In terms of our security. This is what is happening in Nigeria. We need to look at the issue of security. They are moving the train head down to go and meet the other one, the other side.
Alon Toba. Mabino, Alon Toba, in case if you have to see me says this, right? I don't know who is kind of like a mad, who is crazy. You as the reporter for NBA, Abi, what you are actually showing us. But here is my take. I shared this video of Mayegun's Diary Political on Facebook this morning. And as expected, the sewage dwellers, the Ronukus of this world, So they came around and said, train no dey break down for UK. Where you dey live? So they say, what to do? Àwọn lórí burúkú ara kí ló ti ń pè. If they tell you say train in the UK that is going suddenly decided to leave themselves, do you understand what that means, right? That means that the train on what's that word? Is it unbuckled? I've been unlocked. I've been unhooked itself from the other coaches. So meaning as that one where they go front with passengers, full passengers, they call it the head. Others are left behind you. So they would have to find themselves. While as you have some passengers in that other coach in front, no, sorry. As you have the other coach, that one that is moving, going back there to go and pick the one he left behind. That's what happened though. It's like they told him in front, they said, hey, the other one just stop, the other one just stop. Do you understand what I mean? A train is going. This place cut. The rest here, this part alone is going. Until people shout and say, hey, other people, you left them. I say, yeah, okay, hang on. Computer for reverse. Then go look for others where they leave behind. And then go tip the train. That's what somebody is describing for me and said, the shade one know they happen for UK. Happen kabo shake me for any. So offering shake me. That the world. In fact, where would you even see that kind of a train? In the UK, you can't find that in the museum. That is what they sandwiched everybody inside like sardines. And their lives and their at risk, everybody, So they said, but say not the apple for UK. It's like, God damn it, man. Just like when one said that when they said the people living in Lekki, they are drinking shit water. Another one came and said, is it only in Nigeria? She flooding not the apple for the UK. People know to drink table water for UK. I was like, oh. Share country. That's why I pity some of you. They always say Nigeria is going to be better. I don't envy you. I just kind of like I admire your optimism, maybe enthusiasm, maybe. I admire that. When you check and take a look at the people that you are sharing the same country with, you will kind of understand why we said Louis or hope. Because we if there is something that can easily, like a sign, I will just pay and say, okay, at night, all the way in this country, we want their head to be glowing at night. Voila. Nigeria will not run out of 12 hours electricity, at least 12 hours of light, no electricity. You will realize that you are actually moving with mad people who appear like you, look like you, talk like you. But they are mad people. So they prefer to tell you that as they were raised in endurance, we need to appreciate what we have. I said, what do you have? What do you have? I have God, Lucy. Because you have nothing. So to say, what is that thing? They intentionally underdeveloped the place and then socially conditioned you to appreciate that. I mean, we should be grateful. Is that not the same thing in America? Now take a look at how it is in America. The mega slum. The house they are paying 1.2 million naira as rent. They will make joke of it, laugh of it, then pray to God that the water should dry. So when the water dries, they forget about the whole thing until another rain starts and they are back at it again. This is the reality of many Nigerians, and that's not right. That's my point. It's not right. If we have people who are experiencing that, the number one thing is to first sort of like, be uncomfortable with it, reject it. It is not when you reject it, not enabling it or, romancing it, that you can indeed begin to put in place something different. You don't need me to come around. Do you think you probably need me who never, for once, at least in my entire life, right, experienced such kind of like the depravity, that kind of life, to now understand it so well enough that I will now, take off my shirt and then I put on a basket and say, I'm fighting for these people. Why are the people that are really affected are making comic about it, laughing it off and all of that, because they are not really that bothered when they are supposed to be bothered. They make fun of things that puts their lives in danger. And when their life is finally in danger, they are surprised. Like, why is our life in danger? What kind of a thing is this? I say, but it's all over you. It's all around you. You've just not been paying attention. And there are many, many of us like that. We just don't pay attention until it actually touches us. You shouldn't wait till things actually touches you before you speak up. Learn that, or kind of like, grow that kind of habit. Because experience has shown us that most of the time, when you think it's none of your business, when you still have that voice, because you're not a victim, you fail to use it, then you become a victim. After becoming a victim, so the next thing, you want to use the voice, but the voice is already drowned, it's compromised. And other people who could have joined you, their voices have been drowned as well when you kept yours. So now you are the victim, you are screaming. It's going to be like nobody is hearing you. That's why you shouldn't wait till you become that victim. Use every chance you have. Do not enable something that is eventually going to kill you. My dear man, the African Wahala. Wow, that's quite generous of you, Baba. Thank you so much. Oh, that reminds me. So last night when I put out my SOS, support my, in order for me to keep my sanity in running this platform than to be so worried about my outgoings, because my incomings have become so depleted because of the YouTube's madness algorithm, right? However, I've had people who responded. They want to be anonymous, but I want to tell you that I am grateful, all right? And I'm still pretty much far from, you know what I mean, taking care of my worst fear, though. However, to every one of you still reaching out another thank you. But yeah, you can support my Egun's Diary Police. You can support me right now, anytime, every time. £1, $1, and the rest of that, they all come together to something, and none is taken for granted. So the African Wahala, that's quite generous of you, Baba. God bless you. So now let's go to another thing. Yeah, they had they said, the pilot is even mad too. Let me say something about that. Remember, this is actually, I don't know if we remember that this is brunch time and the line is quite open and you could call in any time. I don't know if you remember, just to remind you. Okay. So yeah, the pilot was so unprofessional. You know that you've already shut the door of the aircraft. There's no way. There is no way Kwan was going to open the door. No way. And it is not your job to remove him from that place. You are a pilot. Yeah, there's a flight delay. That's the job of the airport security. You just sit there and wait. And once they clear the whole place and you are cleared to fly and you leave. But Kabila, like said, the pilot said, na Agberu, we go aviation school. Do you understand? It's like a tout where we go aviation school and became pilots. And then when he realized that this one another tout now, we know what they do to tout because downforce driver, if you block a downforce driver, Agberu block downforce driver. So at some point, the downforce driver can just remove the gear, just and the Agberu will fly away. Yeah. So we had two Agberus. One is a pilot, one was a musician. So it's unprofessional. So his license has been also suspended, and I hope they will never give it back to him. Because some of you should understand this. So what happened yesterday could actually be a total disaster that is beyond what we are saying right now. The pilot, the plane was not given any clearance to fly. Like they've not told him that it's clear. You can take to the sky now. And it took, you know what I mean? So another plane could be preparing to land. Another plane could be almost like leaving when all of that happened. So his action, disrupting all of that, put the lives of everybody around the airport, that moment, in danger. It is even worse than what Kwan did. Yeah, even though that's it is what that pilot did is even worse. You know why it is worse? He is a pilot. He understands the safety measure around the airport and all of that stuff. So he still went ahead to. So I support his, and I hope they don't give that back to him. Forgive me if that sounds so harsh, all right? It could have been worse. If that was not Nigeria, the pilot could be arrested too. Not only that, Kwan would be arrested. And guess something. What Kwan did yesterday, there's actually a law against it in Nigeria. I can't remember the section, what have you. Kwan was supposed to be arrested at that spot, taken to court. And if the court is very, very kind of like a nice to him, you know what I mean? Like tamper justice with mercy. I mean, tamper justice with mercy. That means Kwan will go to jail for 10 years. But if the judge is very angry with him, he or she could send him to life imprisonment. There is a law in Nigeria for it. Because what he did was probably, it's almost like hijacking a plane. I know it's crazy, yeah? Yeah, if he did that in America, he's not coming out in the next 10 years. No, he's not. But it is Nigeria again. So that kind of like defeats every other argument. So we'll leave it like that. Right. So in Delta State, we've had the women again, they're out, as usual, to call the attention of their government, which has intentionally ignored them. So they're calling the attention of their governor to the incessant attacks of the Fulani terrorists in Delta. And that was captured there.
For security reasons, we don't want to mention anybody's name, but I want to ensure that
face more demonstrations.
We have a pain. The S-men are disturbing us. They are fighting us. They are not allowing us to do our normal business, the farm that we are doing. They are raping our women, our guests. So our husband, they cannot even go to the bush to do anything.
The government, the House of Assembly has another law that open grazing is prohibited. And if the open grazing is prohibited, why?
That's the question. Why do you still have the Fulani and their cows around committing all these crimes? The questions that the people have been asking, and they've never been given any right answer. And they will never be given any answer. Fulani terrorism will end in that contraption the day that APC, Egbetokun, loses power at the center. Write it down now. Okay. I want to take that back. Because if their coalition and the rest of that gets to get rid of Tifnumbu, where you have the Hellfire and co, I don't think I can put my money on that. But at least there's a chance. There is a chance that the depletion and the destruction of the Boko Haram, as well as this Fulani terrorism in that contraption, begins with the end of the APC, Egbetokun. Yeah. And it's very simple. It is very simple. All you have to do is just to make sure that the intel you have on those who are their sponsors is actually implemented. And if you do that, and they can't hear again from their sponsors who told them to move to Zamfara, move to Sokoto, move to, Once they don't hear from them and they are seeing their pictures on TV, then they will go for their final onslaught, which is to go and discharge all of the weapons they have left. So in 6 months after the end of the APC, Egbetokun, of course, there is a chance. There is. But for now, everyone is just probably going to be at their mercy. So for God knows how long. So that is where I'm going to draw my own curtains this afternoon. So I want to say a very big thank you to everyone. And to everyone asking me, how can we reach out and all that? Because I've been reading comments like that. So if you are somehow interested in reaching out to Mayegun, supporting my platform with any of the token, nothing is really too small. I'm serious. So you can use my PayPal. Those are, verified channels where your details, yourself, and every other thing you might use will remain very much protected and safe. The other part is the Diaspora Radio International account. I want to say thank you to at least a lady who reached out last night via the Diaspora Radio's International. I think I still have that too. Yeah. So, and I mostly believe that it's for us in the UK. So every penny counts. So thank you. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. I am going to see you later this evening, of course. Join me then, since it seems our line is not lying in this afternoon. But thank you for spending your morning or afternoon with me. Enjoy the rest of the day. I'll see you later.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ dódódódó. Mayegun Diary, Ayinde #1. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ dódódódó. Mayegun Diary, Ayinde #1. Mayegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú. Mayegun Diary, Ayinde #1. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun Diary, Ayinde àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Máyégún dáyàrí ìjọ ibi nọ́mbà wọn.
bó bá ṣe eré àní máyégún máa wí.
Máyégún dáyàrí ìjọ ibi nọ́mbà wọn.
ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Máyégún dáyàrí ìjọ ibi nọ́mbà wọn.
máyégún dáyàrí pòlítíkò.
Máyégún dáyàrí ìjọ ibi nọ́mbà wọn.
godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ máyégún.
Máyégún dáyàrí ìjọ ibi nọ́mbà wọn.
ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Máyégún dáyàrí ìjọ ibi nọ́mbà wọn.
àní máyégún làwa mọ̀ tó dódòdó.
Máyégún dáyàrí ìjọ ibi nọ́mbà wọn.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé.
ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
lórí Facebook.
Máyégún ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
lórí YouTube.
Máyégún ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
ọlọ́pàá tí ń gba rìbá.
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sè mọ́bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà. àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.